When was the last time you worked with Microsoft Excel? Opening a spreadsheet, looking at a spreadsheet, creating formulas and such. If you work in an office environment, that answer is like 5 minutes ago, because everybody uses Excel on a very frequent basis. I mean, I know for data that a lot of people are moving to Power BI and doing a lot of modeling in Power BI, and there's Fabric and the whole data engineering end of things. But when it comes to business, Excel, and this is the textbook I use when I teach some of the Excel courses I teach, is rather big. There's a lot to it. It's been used for years, and it delivers a lot of value to business. Well, in this video, we'll take a look at how you can use CoPilot 365 to get a ton more value out of Microsoft Excel. And I'm not just talking about the people that are really into Excel, the people that are going to the Excel worldwide competition and such. I'm talking the average user that receives a spreadsheet and wants to get some insight into what's in that spreadsheet and what that spreadsheet is telling them. In fact, we'll have a little bit of fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to import into an Excel spreadsheet a list of all the PSP games that were ever produced, and we're going to take a look at them. I'll show you how that works. But let's take a look at working with CoPilot 365 in Microsoft Excel. If you've read the channel name, then you know my name is Frank. Welcome to the channel. I have a master's degree in learning and technology, and here on the channel, we look at how we can use technology to learn, teach, and be more productive. This video is the third video in a series of videos on Microsoft CoPilot 365. You can watch the videos in any order, and all together they make up a YouTube course. I have the list of all the different topics that we'll cover as I go through all the course topics. It's completely free, so I'll put the link down below to the playlist so you can see all the videos together, or you can just follow them along as you go. In this video, I'm going to start with a spreadsheet of data that I've downloaded from the internet. In my case, it's a list of all the PSP games that were ever released. The PSP is a portable game system that I'm really fond of, and I have a list of all the games that were released for this platform. If you're interested in how I imported that data, I used Power Query, and you can comment down below if you'd like to see a video on that. But I have the data on my spreadsheet. Let's start using CoPilot 365 to work with that data. So I've imported my data from the internet. Again, comment down below if you'd like to know how to do that. But what I want to do with this table is prepare it so that CoPilot 365 can really work with it effectively. So there's a couple things that you want to have happen. First, I'm going to click the top corner in order to select the entire data set here. So we'll click on there. And I do want to make sure that this is formatted as a table or a range. You can see here that it looks like it's formatted as a table, but I'm going to be extra sure that it is, and I'll just choose, let's say, to make that orange. So I'm going to go ahead, I've formatted it, I know it's formatted as a table. The other thing that I did is when I imported the data, I did do a transformation through Power Query so that the first row becomes my headers. You could also do that after the fact if I just imported raw data, but you do want to have a header row in there so that you can identify the various columns in your data set. That's going to make CoPilot 365 happy because as we're having a conversation with CoPilot, it's going to know what I'm talking about. Now you'll notice I have the CoPilot icon up here, and I do have my CoPilot 365 subscription, which is an organizational subscription. Underneath here, I can go in and learn app skills, so I can learn how to work with CoPilot, or I can chat and start looking at the data. So I have CoPilot chat opened. I can give myself a little bit more space here by dragging the window over. And there's a lot I can do with the chat. So for example, I can go in and I can actually use agent mode in here. We'll talk about agents in another video in the series here. And I can go in and make changes like scheduled prompts. There's a lot that I can do. I have a full CoPilot environment here. But maybe what I'd like to do is I'd like to go in and I could even choose whether I want to include the web in here or just my work data. So I'm going to go in and say, give me some interesting data insights. So it's going to analyze this particular workbook. It's going to go in and give me some interesting data insights. If I have multiple files open, I may have to tell it which file that I'm interested in. So it's reviewing the data here. Notice it's gone through, it's reviewed the structure and content. Now I'm familiar with this data set. It's a list of titles, whether they were released in North America, Europe, Asia, Japan, and Australia. It gives me the name of the publisher and the name of the developer. So it's going to go through here. It's talking a little bit about the overview, and I have some key insights immediately like this. So many titles are unreleased in either North America, Europe, or Australia, but many have release dates in Asia, Japan, because the PSP is from Sony. So a lot of titles there. It gives me information on Namco, Bandai Games, Idea Factory. These are frequently the publishers of these games. I can see, here that we have Idea Factory and Quinn Rose for the visual novel and Tome game genres. I'm not so familiar with that particular genre, but I assume it's a particular genre. PSP people, comment down below if you're familiar with all the different Japanese game formats. And if we go in here, so there's a lot here that's quite interesting. And I can put my own information in here. So I could say, for example, how many games were released in North America. So I can go in and I can say, how many games were released in North America, and it'll take away all of the unreleased games. It'll review the data, and it'll give me a good sense of what's there. So how many games are in here? It's gone in. So 393 games were released in North America in this workbook. I can even go and get a breakdown by year. So this is an example of how I can use CoPilot in Excel to start getting more information about my spreadsheet in a way that's very intuitive and a way that's more conversational. This is fantastic for anyone that is given Excel spreadsheets and has a lot of data in there, but needs to extract some insights. A good example is, let's say you had a number of people respond to a feedback form. So you have a feedback form, say 400 or 500 people responded back to that feedback form, and you want to take a look and see what the breakdown is, how many people are rating things high, low, what are common concerns, and so on. Here's a nice table that was generated of each game. You can see that 2013, really that last year only had 9 games released. I can get a breakdown by publisher, top, so there's a lot that it's coaching me to do. So I could say, I could even generate values in here. Can you visualize the above table as a pie chart? And so we can start interacting. So now I can say, okay, I'd like to see a pie chart. Actually, it already had done a line chart. So it had done, a histogram. So you can see here, it actually did the visual summary here of the bar chart. So you can see the bar charts in here as well. And if I scroll over, it would have 9 games for 2013. And it's going in though, but I've asked for a pie chart. So I can go in, and actually if I go above here, just while it's doing that, you can go in and you can modify. You can copy the preview. You can change display options in here as well if you want to use coding, for example, to embed it somewhere. And if I go here, here's my pie chart by games as well. So you can see here that you've got the different colors here. So if I go across, if I scroll across, go back to 2014, you can actually see there's a very, if I go in here, it'd be interesting. There's 5 games in 2014 and 2013, take out 14. So 2013, there's the 9 games. So you can see here that I can see, 2016, that's interesting. Well, see, now I'm getting excited about the data set. But if I go into 2016, for example, and playing around here, take off the 2013, there was 2 games in 2016. So that was probably some sort of contractual obligation. Now I'm getting excited because I like PSP games. The point here being though, is I can start interpreting the data. Now, there are some publishers, for example, in this particular PSP game collecting market that are quite valuable. Just the publisher, they publish very popular games. NIS is one of them. And there's another one as well, whose name, Atlas. Atlas and NIS are 2 game companies that do a lot. But I'm talking about the data now. The point here is that CoPilot can really help me break this down and start getting insight into what's happening. Now, the other thing that I can do here is I can go in and I can, instead of looking at the breakdown here, I could go into my app skills, and now I'm learning how to use Excel with CoPilot. So for example, I could go in and suggest formulas and columns in here. I can use pivot tables and charts. So you can go in here and it'll not only tell me how to do this, right? It'll give me the option to make changes in here. So I can apply changes, right? And I can go through. These are some previous things that I had done before. So I was making some changes with headers and such earlier, but you can see here, I analyze it. Here's what I found. So it can go in here. I can add that to a new sheet, for example. And you can see I now have count by developer. So I have all my developers in here, for example. And I think I mentioned a little bit earlier here that one of the developers I really like is one called Atlas. And there's 6 games by Atlas. And the other one that I like is NIS. And if I scroll down, I'm just trying to see some other ones in here as well. But if I go into NIS, which could be right Nippon Ichi Software, 15 games there. So very interesting to see how I can start using CoPilot in conjunction with my Excel spreadsheet to get more insight and value. Oh, and let me show you one other thing that's really cool as well. In the CoPilot chat, if I hit my ellipse here, I can go in and I can do things like open this up in the Microsoft 365 app. I can also start a group chat in Teams on this particular spreadsheet and the conversation I'm having with it. We'll talk about scheduled prompts in an upcoming video. Make sure you watch for that. And if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe, hit the bell notification. You'll get all the videos. And so we can do this. But the team chat one I wanted to show you. This is a great way to work together on a spreadsheet and have conversations using CoPilot and coworkers. So very useful things that we can do there as well. Okay, a special bonus if you can spot the black cat in this video. In the monitor I can't see her, but this is Blossom, my little black cat. Anyhow, so we've seen how we can use Excel. We've seen how we can use CoPilot 365 to start talking to our spreadsheet in the same way that we would maybe think in our mind, what do I want to know from this spreadsheet? What's the information I want to get? This is a great way to begin the process of interacting with a spreadsheet. Maybe that's all I need to do is just get that overview of the data that's in that spreadsheet, and I'm fine to make decisions based upon that. Maybe I want to enhance the spreadsheet, add visuals, or learn how to do things in the spreadsheet like formulas and such. CoPilot 365 is there for that too. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget this is part of a course, so check out the playlist and watch for all of the videos to learn how to use CoPilot 365 in your organization, in your environment. See you in the next video.